It's not just the housing market. Inflation is touching plenty of other sectors of the economy as well. That includes gas, which is up almost 50% from this time a year ago, along with airfare up more than 20%. So joining me now to touch on all of this and speak to what she's seeing in the real estate market right now is Tenisha Williams, owner and CEO of Elite Realty Partners. Tenisha, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so Tenisha, we're seeing a nearly 20% increase in home prices across the country from this time a year ago. When is the last time we've seen a jump like that?
I mean, this is the biggest jump so far, especially with interest rates in about 12 years at least. I mean, sometimes they're even saying in the 90s when it's coming to interest rates. I mean, interest rates are literally on average about 5.11%. That's a big deal. That's a difference of about $500 from this time last year, as far as home buyers' monthly mortgage.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a coworker who's house hunting right now. He says once he started between, I think it was about a month ago already, for what he wants to pay, he knows his mortgage price is going to go up based on those rising interest rates. All right, so if somebody is trying to buy a house right now in a typical American suburb, what challenges should they expect? And I'm assuming it probably varies maybe by whichever area of the country they're living in.
Absolutely. So I'm telling home buyers, especially home buyers here, I'm in the South Florida area. I'm in Miami, where we are very highly affected, and people need to be ready to bid on these homes. Even now, we just put an offer for one of our buyers. There were 76 offers, 76. So, patience is a virtue. And I believe that buyers need to pack their patience and be willing to submit aggressive offers. It's always a time to buy. It may not always be a time to sell, but it's definitely always time to invest in real estate.
All right, so Tenisha, you're saying pack their patience. What advice would you have for those first-time home buyers? Is it maybe better to pack enough patience where they should just wait right now?
With the average, with the median sales price being nearly $400,000, what I think the government is going to have to really look into is affordable housing. I mean, at the end of fourth quarter last year, only about 54% of those homes were affordable. So I think that this market may definitely cool down. It's too early to tell right now, but they can definitely remain hopeful because somebody has to buy a house, right? The average American has to be able to afford housing, and affordable housing is definitely, something to look forward to. As the interest rates increase, there has to be a cooling in the market to come.
Well, our last question for you, of course, we said this in our intro to you, prices are up on everything, gas, airfare, cars, food, everything. What are you telling people? What was your advice to people on how they can save money, if they're trying to make a major purchase like a home in the near future?
You know what? I'm really encouraging everybody to dig deep with the gifts that they have. Entrepreneurship is on the rise, and I believe that every single American should invest in multiple streams of income. It's time to diversify your income. It's time to, have a nest egg. So I believe that people need to just tap into their talents and see what other non-traditional things that they can do to make some extra money.
All right, tap into their talents. I like that. Tenisha Williams, thank you so much, owner and CEO of Elite Realty Partners. We appreciate it. We have more. Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.